Salesforce Development Day 42. Today's agenda is we'll go through the previous session overview, and then we'll talk about the lead conversion process and how to do the bulk lead conversion and what are the trigger best practices, and then we'll have a homework. Now, last session we have been discussing about the triggers, right? So on writing down the implementing a trigger on the single object with the different scenarios we have seen. Now today the topic is, and last class we have seen the custom settings, custom metadata. When we use a custom settings, when we use a custom metadata, what are the differences between the custom settings and custom metadata? Now today we'll focus on the lead, converting a lead. Now here, whenever we are converting a lead, like a lead conversion process, how it happens, we will receive a lead either from a person or from an organization or from the third party or from the business. Whenever the lead is received here, and as soon as the lead is received, then what we will, it's based on the person whether they are interested to go for that particular product. Based on that, the lead gets created. Now, leads are the outcome of the campaign. So like marketing team does the marketing and marketing does through the campaign, online or offline. And whether it is online, offline, we will get a outcome is lead. Now, once the lead is created, then sales team is going to cross-verify all the information, right? So lead, whether it is ready to, whenever the lead is created, all the leads cannot convert to the opportunity. So only few of them will be converted. Whoever is really interested, it gets converted to the opportunity. That means they are ready to buy a product. So when they are ready to buy a product, then we will convert the lead. Once the lead is converted, that means when we click on a convert button, it gets converted to the account, contact, and opportunity. This is the normal lead conversion process. Now, in this lead conversion process, what are the record details? The source details and the target records are like whenever it is a first name, then it gets converted to the contact person. Let's see one of the records. So I have a lead. Now this lead, if I click on this convert button, if I click on convert, now in this, what it does basically in lead, we have a certain fields are available. If I click on a lead details, if I click on it, detail section. Now we have a first name, last name, industry, annual revenue, website, email, lead status, rating. These all, what it happens is, it basically each field, it will decide where it should go. Right, I'm going to create a new account and this is the new contact and opportunity is Dell, and let's say here email lead. Now click on this convert. Whenever I click on a convert, whatever the lead first name, lead last name, lead email, either that will go to the account or it will go to the contact or it will go to the opportunity. Now if you see here, account is been linked to the here. Now if I click on the Dell. Now in this account, what are the first name, last name of the lead is there, that exactly it takes the company name here, rating it has taken, and what are the industry, annual revenue. Right, so these are the fields which is already taken. Now that means whenever the converted, the process at the back end is Salesforce is decides whenever we are converting, like a lead first name should convert to the contact first name, lead last name should convert to the contact last name, and title is contact title, mobile is contact mobile, and fax is contact fax, email is contact email, industry is account industry, and rating is account rating, and company is a account name. So this is all the information that it gets converted. So that means Salesforce is already decides already decides how to convert. When we click on a convert, what are the data and which are the fields, from which field should I need to collect the data. From which field should I need to collect the data is decided by the Salesforce. Now let's say these are the standard fields. These are the standard fields that gets converted whenever it is converted. Salesforce is deciding it from the lead, which field should go to the account, which field data should go to the contact, which field should go to the opportunity is Salesforce is already decided. Let's assume that I have a field on the account. Let me check, do I have a field? Let's create one custom field here. Click on this setup, edit object. On the account level, for the fields and relationship, and click on here. Let's see, do I have a PAN card? I don't have a PAN card number. I'll click on a new button. Click on PAN card number is, I'll take it as a text. Click on next button. This is a PAN. Say length is 20 and click on the next button. Click on next and save. This is the custom field on the account. Similarly, I'll check on the lead level. Do I have any custom field? Click on this lead and click on the lead button, fields and relationship. Now let me check here, PAN. I don't have a PAN card number. Let's go ahead and create a new field. Check here, text. So I'm creating the field text field. Next button. No, 20. Now I have created a custom field on the lead level. Also, I have created the custom field on the account. Let's say that when we have a custom field, and if I try to convert, let's take another lead here. Click on the lead. Let me take another one. Let's say an email to, and click on the detail section. Now we have a PAN number. Let's refresh. Click on detail section. Now we have it. Assume that PAN number. And this is the PAN number which is available. Now, whenever I convert it, I want this PAN number should go to the account. And this PAN number is a custom field. Now, if I click on the convert, creating the new records, this is an email. It convert to the account. So whatever the PAN number is available on the lead level, did it updated in the account PAN number? It did not update it. So if I have a custom field on the lead level, now if I wanted to push that custom fields into the account or a contact or a opportunity. Now if I have to push the custom field data, how can I push it? So for the standard field, Salesforce is already doing it. Now, if I create a custom field, how should I do it? Now go to the object manager. Now, whenever we go to the object manager, Now in the object manager, here we have a map lead fields. Click on this map lead fields. Once you click on the map lead fields, now it is going to say on the account level, PAN number, where do you want to map it? So let's say I wanted to map the PAN number to the PAN number. And number of locations, do you want to map the number of locations? Similarly, is there any other like a rich text area? Now, do you want to map the rich text area here? That's a lead. Now here, lead, I have a PAN number. In the contact, do I have anything? I don't have. Number of locations, I don't have. No. Rich text area, do I have anything? Nothing is there. SIC, I don't have. Primary, no, I don't have anything. So contact, it's fine. And opportunity, do I need to add anything in the opportunity? Let's see here. Now let's say tracking number, let's take it as a PAN number. In the opportunity, whatever in the lead level PAN number is entered, that will be converted. When we converted opportunity level, it should take the data into the tracking number. So this is the how we will do the mapping. Now it will show only the one which does not have a mapping. Only the one which does not have a mapping, it will show only those fields. Now this checking tracking number is, it's a length is a different for the tracking number. Let's check the order number. Order number is also length is different. We don't have anything. So let's say here, click on save. Now it is saved. Now if I click on the PAN number, now this is the different. Let's go to the lead. Let's take a email 3 detail section, lead, and let's check the PAN number. Click on the PAN number. And this is the PAN number. Click on next. Let's add the number of employees also, 67, and click on save. Now let's add the rich text area. It says an email. Now click on save. Now I'm going to convert this lead. Click on the convert. Here, let's say that click on 3. Now click on convert. Whenever we are converting it, it changes the converted, closed, converted, whatever the status it might be. It might be different status in the lead level, but it is always change the converted status to the closed converted. Once I click on the convert, the lead will be removed from the there is already an email, so I'll attach it to the n email, choose the existing one, and click on the convert. If I go to the Dell account, now on this, in the Dell account, the employees is taken. This is the number of employees, and the PAN card number is also taken. So that's how the mapping is done at the lead level. If you have any custom field, you can do the mapping in the map lead fields, and you can select which are the fields you wanted to map it. But make sure that the data type and the length of the text, if you are taking the data type text, then length should be same. Similarly, the data type has to match. Then only it will update the information. Otherwise, it will give the error. So once the lead is converted, there are few hidden fields at the back end. Hidden fields are is converted equal to true. If it is a true, means it is converted. If it is a false, it is not converted or unconverted lead. Now, there are few fields are available. Like how do I know that whether it is a converted account? Now, I don't know whether it is a converted is this account is created from the converted lead, or is it manually created? Will I be able to identify the account? I cannot able to identify here. But at the back end, developer will have some hidden fields. So like a is converted is a hidden field on the lead level. Now similarly, converted account ID is also hidden field. Now here contains the account record ID has been generated due to the lead conversion. Now you will check here converted account ID. Converted account ID, if you have a information here converted ID, then you will take the data. Now converted contact ID. Now if you want to know whether contact is converted from the lead or whether it is created manually or is somebody has pushed the data. If you wanted to know, you can check the converted contact. Similarly, converted opportunity. So converted opportunity, if it is a true, then it says that, okay, it is converted from the lead. So these are the main information, main fields which are available in the hidden field convert lead. Now let me show you that. Now here, let's go to the developer console. In the developer console, click on this file, open, object, search here lead. When you search the lead, take the lead, click on select the lead ID, and then you need to check the, let's check the hidden fields is converted, and converted date, converted account ID, converted contact, converted opportunity ID. Click on query. Click on query. So here we have a certain information. Let's take, for example, let's go to the lead. We'll take this record. Now this is the one record. Click on this developer console where ID equal to, click on execute. Now right now is converted is a false. There is no converted date, converted account, converted contact ID, converted opportunity, does not have it. Now if I click on the convert here, now I'll click on the convert. As soon as I click on the convert, it will pop up the window and I need to choose the existing one. Let's choose the existing one here because I have so many accounts are there. Let's choose the existing one and choose the matching one here, email. Similarly, I'll choose the opportunity. There is a one opportunity is the Dell opportunity. So let's choose the existing one, click on the convert. Now, as soon as I click on the convert, has to be this specified contact. Now, account name is Dell. There are so many Dells are there. Which Dell? Not this one. It is converted. Now, once it is converted, go to the developer console, just refresh the query. Now you will see that converted date is today. And converted account ID is, this is a converted account ID, converted contact, and converted opportunity. Now, if you copy this, copy, and if you go to the record, now this is exactly the same account ID, AAB, right? So that's the same one. Right, so this is converted detail section, and these are the information which we have. So that's information developer will know that whether it is the account is created from the converted lead or whether it is created manually or whether the lead is converted or not. From this lead table, you can query, and in the query, you can specify the fields which are like is converted and converted date, converted account ID, converted contact ID, converted opportunity ID. So these field, if you mention, you will know that if it has a value, that means it is a converted. Is converted equal to true means it is converted. If it is a false, it is not converted. Now let's assume that now on the lead level, I have a validation rules. Let's say here I have a annual revenue is mandatory. Let's go here, click on open, click on the detail section. Right, I'm going to remove this annual revenue for now and also on the account level. Now let's go ahead and check manager, account, go to the validation rule and let's check here. Let's activate one of the. Now whenever it is converted, it does not take the phone number basically. Right, phone number is empty. And this is the opportunity. Let's go to the account. Now, phone number is empty. Let's assume that I have a validation rule on the account. The validation rule is it has to be some phone number has to be there. Right, and that is also in the correct format. Click on this save. Now, if I am converting the lead, any lead, let's take one of the lead here, email to message, and I'll click on this convert. Click on this convert. Let's choose the existing one. Now choose the existing opportunity and click on the converted. Now click on convert. Now what is happening? It is showing me the error message. Not only on the account, if you have a on the contact level, opportunity level, everywhere it is going to show you the validation rule. Now in case if you want to bypass this validation rule, I want to bypass the validation rule whenever we are converting the lead to the account, contact, opportunity. Do not throw the validation errors. Bypass the validation error. If you want to bypass the validation error, then you need to go to the setup. There is a lead settings is available. Let's go to the setup, home, lead settings. Click on lead settings. In the lead setting, you have one of the option which is called require validation for converted leads. Require validation for converted leads. Now uncheck this. Uncheck this and click on it, save. Now I'm going to convert it again. Click on the convert. It will bypass the validation rules. It will not throw any error. If I open the Dell will be updated without the phone number. I'll not have any phone number. Still, it will not throw any validation error. So that is to bypass the validation rules while converting the lead. If you want to bypass, you can bypass it. Now you need to disable the require validation for converted leads. Take a homework. So create two fields on the lead country and lead currency. So lead country is a pick list. Lead currency is a text field. So in this pick list field, take a US, UK, India, UAE. Currency is rupees, dirham, dollar, pounds. Now implement right now you need to convert. Now you need to, once you create this field, convert these leads to the account. And in the account also, you need to create a two fields. You need to create these fields in the account, contact, and opportunity. Not only on the lead, along with the lead, you need to convert. Along with the lead, you need to create it on the opportunity. So create these two fields. Create these two fields, lead, account, contact, and opportunity. Create these two fields on these four objects and click on the convert. When we convert it, it should automatically copy the custom field values to the other object. So that's the homework. We'll connect in 10 minutes again. It is going to disconnect it. We'll connect it in 10 minutes. Whenever it is going, like if it is go off, like whenever it is ending the meeting, we'll connect again back. Okay. Implement a trigger on the lead object. This is a different one. Okay, we'll see later. And while converting the lead, the custom fields you need to copy to the opportunity, account, and contact. The next topic is bulk conversion. Now, what we are doing here, each record, I'm going to the each record and I'm converting the each record. That means if I have a 10 leads or 100 leads I have, or more than 100 leads I have, if I have to convert it, I need to go to the each lead record and click on this, open the record and click on the option here and click on the convert. So each one I have to do the convert. Now in case I don't want to do the convert each record, probably I'll do the data load. Using the data load, whatever the existing leads are there, I'll simply change the status to the closed converted. Closed converted. Now, if it is a closed converted, then it should automatically convert it. Now, in this case, what will happen? That means through the data loader or by using the query or from the workbench. I just wanted to update the record here. Now, I'll simply change the lead status to the closed converted. Whenever I change the lead status either from the query or a script or data loader or a workbench, immediately it should convert to the account, contact, and opportunity. But what is happening here, whenever I change the status closed converted, it's not even updating anything. Lead is not getting converted. I can still see the lead, but the status is closed converted. It did not convert the lead. Now, for this scenario, we cannot do it using the default configuration or a default functionality. It is not available. For this, we need to implement a customization. The customization is whenever the status is changed to the closed converted, and if it is not yet converted the lead, then we should go ahead from the customization. We should convert the lead to the account, contact, and opportunity. Now, how do we do that? So that could be a one record or could be a bulk records. But ultimately whenever I'm updating the status, either from the Apex or from the query or from the data loader, whichever the place I'm updating it here, lead status, immediately those all records should be get converted automatically to the account, contact, and opportunity. Now, if I have to do that, so we have a class in the Salesforce, which is predefined class, database.lead_convert. There is a predefined class, which is a database.lead_convert. Now, in this database.lead_convert, this is used to hold the lead records that gets converted. So, in order to implement a code, or in order to implement a customization logic or a business logic to convert a lead record, you need to use the predefined class called database.lead convert. So it is basically whatever the leads are that is getting converted, everything can be held in the database.lead convert. Now, if you want to store a list of the collection of the lead convert records, right? So if you want to store it, use the list of database.lead convert. And this holds the multiple lead records to convert. Whatever it is getting converted, everything gets holds into the database.lead convert. Now, method is we have a set lead ID. You need to pass the which lead ID you are processing. So the first thing is that whenever you are writing the logic, you need to check that set lead ID, which lead ID you wanted to convert it, or you wanted to check the lead to be converted. So pass that ID. And then we have a in the set lead ID example, like for example, if I'm declaring the method or a class here, the object's instance I'm creating L convert. The database dot lead convert, L convert equal to new database dot lead convert. And for this lead convert, L convert, we are going to pass the set ID. This is the first one. And the second one is we need to say send notification. Do you want to send a notification or not? That means whatever this instance name is there, that instance name dot set send notification. In this, you need to pass the true. And the third step is set do not create a opportunity. If you do not want to create a opportunity, like whenever we are converting it in the UI, there is a checkbox. Do you want to convert the opportunity or not? Similarly, in the custom logic in the predefined class database.lead convert also has the method which is called set do not create a opportunity. If you give a false, it will not create a if you give a false, it will create a opportunity. If you give a true, it will not create a opportunity. Right? So that's the third one. And the fourth one is set converted status. You want to check the converted status. Converted status is whenever it is a true. That means if it is a converted status is, if it is a is converted equal to true, is converted equal to true. Or else if you want to check whatever the master label is there, is the master label is a, what is the status of master label? Now where can I get it? This is separately from the lead status. This is separately from the lead status. Now let me show you that. So lead status is this one, right? How do I get the lead status information to the, how do I pass? So everything depends on the lead status. Everything is depends on the lead status. Only we will check lead status is close converted, then only we will take it. Now, how do I get, what are the values? I wanted to get each value record. Each value record. Now you can query the lead record also, right? But Salesforce is providing the lead status separately. Now let's see here how to get the status information. Now we, in the lead level, only based on this lead status, we are going to execute the lead conversion code. What are the business logic we are going to write it? Everything is depending on the lead status. Now for this lead status, now we have a separate object that stores the lead status information. Click on the file, open, object, search for a lead. Here we have a lead status. Click on the open. Now in the lead status, get the ID, master label, and is converted, and then click on the query. Click on execute. Now we have a 4 values. In the pick list field, we have a 4 values. So we have a open, not connected, working, closed, converted, closed, not converted. Now if you see here, there are 4 are there open, not converted, which is a is converted is a false, and working contacted, and if it is equal to false, closed not converted, this is also false. Closed converted means it is converted. So these are the values are there. Now we are going to check in the logic. The logic which we are going to check is, for example, what are the master label is there? Master label. If this master label equal to closed converted, that means we have updated the lead level, lead status to the closed converted. But that means and condition, but is converted. Is converted. This is the lead level. Lead level is converted is equal to false. That means you have updated the lead status, but lead level, the is converted value is says false. When you have this criteria, when you have this criteria, then what that means lead status is updated to the close converted, but the lead level is converted value is false. In the lead level, we have a is converted. Now, the one which we have already implemented here. Right here we have a is converted. If it is a is converted equal to false, then we are going to implement a logic in the apex. On the trigger level, we are going to implement a logic. That means as soon as the status is updated, immediately we are going to run the logic and execute the logic to update the or to convert the lead records to the account, contact, and opportunities. Now click on this clear all. Now I'm going to implement a logic right now. Now we are going to implement a logic on the trigger level, lead trigger. Now this is once the data is updated. Once the data is updated, then we wanted to execute the logic. So that means we are going to implement a trigger, new apex trigger. Now here I'll say that bulk lead convert and S object is lead. Select the lead and click on it, submit. Once we click on a submit, trigger name on the lead object. And we are going to implement this trigger on the event called after update. Once the data is updated in the database.com, then we are going to execute the logic. Now here we'll say the context variable if trigger dot is after and trigger dot is update. If it is a trigger dot is after and trigger dot is update, then we are going to implement a logic. The first logic which I'm going to write is to check this lead status. Copy this. Now here, let's say I'm going to get the pick list value from here. String closed leads closed status. Closed lead status equal to, I'm going to write a query in this query where I'm going to check only the master label equal to. Now, whenever I have a master label equal to closed converted, copy this, go to the here, and we are going to get only the value master label. I'm not interested on the is converted. I'm not interested on the ID. Only we need master label. Dot. Now I'm going to store the master label values inside the string closed lead status. Now The next step is, we have got the close lead status information. I'm going to loop through the lead, let's say L record colon trigger dot new. In this trigger dot new, we are going to check the condition if whatever the lead record dot status, if the lead record dot status equal to closed lead status. If it is equal to closed lead status, and now this is, I'm storing from the query, I'm storing into the string and I'm comparing it. In case if you do not want to store it into the string or you wanted to get the record. Let's say I wanted to get the record here. If you want to get the record instead of a string, if you want to get the record lead status, and let's say here I'm going to give you the L status equal to, now I can query the entire data like a ID comma, and then I'm going to provide is converted. If you want a complete information instead of taking the single record, then you can get the entire query, and in this query you can pass the L status dot master label. And then for this lead record, it is that means status is closed converted, but the record dot is converted. The lead level is converted equal to false if it is a false. Then what we are going to do, we are going to use the predefined class. The predefined class is database dot lead convert. So I'm going to use the database dot lead convert. Now for this lead convert, let's declare it L convert object declaration, and then I'm going to say new database dot lead convert. So this is single record convert declaration. Now I need to provide the information. The first thing is that I need to provide the status. Now, what are the four things which we need to provide it whenever we are converting it? The first thing is that I need to provide the ID, set lead ID. So let's provide here L convert dot set lead ID. So here the lead ID is L record, whatever this record is there, I'm going to provide this record dot ID. Similarly, I'm going to say here L convert dot, and we need to provide that. Do you want to send the notification? Send notification email. Now, whether do you want to send the notification email or not? Set send notification email. Let's say I wanted to send a notification. If you want to send a notification, let's say here too. And L convert dot set create opportunity. Now, do you want to create an opportunity or not? So if you say here false, it will create an opportunity. And then finally, we are going to say here L convert dot set. If you want to bypass the duplicate check on the account level, you can bypass it. Or else if you want to pass some record data, like what is the converted status? I need to pass the converted status. Converted status, what is the converted status? It should be same as if it is a master label is, that means if it is a closed converted. If it is a closed converted, then only we are going to convert that. Or else you can provide here, instead of a LD record, I'm going to say here, make sure that this is a converted. So these four things are mandatory. Pass the ID, whether do you want to create a opportunity or not, or do you want to update. Whenever we are converting it, we want to update a opportunity or not. Now, there are so many options are available. Like let's say here L convert dot. I'm going to say, do you want to bypass the duplicate check or bypass the contact level? Or else if you want to set the contact record, or do you want to set the opportunity name? Let's say here opportunity name by default I wanted is bulk opportunity from Apex. Right, this is the logic that I wanted to create it. By default, whenever it is converted, I want the opportunity name. By default, it should go to the bulk opportunity from Apex. Now, finally, I'm going to add these all details to the list. So that means on the top of the for loop, I'm going to create a list of database.lead convert. And this is a, let's say, convert list, and then new list of database.lead convert. Database.lead convert. Now, finally, I'll add all the each record into this list. Dot add L convert. Insert, we should not do the insert or update. We should not convert anything within the for loop. Basically, we should not do the DML operations within the for loop. Now, let's come back out of the for loop. This is the if condition, and this is the for loop condition. Now, if convert list dot, if it is not empty, now get the information. Now store the what are the converted details are there. Store it into the database dot lead convert result. Let's say result equal to new database dot convert lead. Inside this convert lead, I'm going to pass the list of the convert list record. I'm going to pass convert list. Now here, this is also if you pass the false, whether do you wanted to roll back everything or do you wanted to roll back only the one which are having the problem? Only the one which are having the problem. Do you want to roll back that? Let's click on save. What is happening here? Convert lead. Database dot convert lead, and I'm going to pass the list of the contacts, list of the lead convert, comma false. Now let's say here system.debug, capture the result. Why it is saying invalid data type? I should not have a new here. Let's print the result value. Result. Click on save. Now this is about the lead conversion. Now what I'll do is I'll go ahead and update the. Now let's cancel this. Now previously it's already changed it. Now let me take another one. Let's switch to the classic. You will understand. Switch to Salesforce Classic. Now here, click on the lead record. Let's go to the any lead record. So in this lead record, we are changing the lead status from the open, not contacted to the, I'm changing to the closed, converted. I'm changing the lead to the closed, converted. Now before that, let me check, is there any triggers are available on the lead level? On these triggers, now we have two triggers are there. One is a bulk lead, which we have created right now. And another one is lead trigger. This is fine. Now let's go ahead and update it. Now click on the save. Now before that, let's clean up all the debug logs. Now debug, clear all. Now go to the lead email. I'm changing to the closed, converted, and click on it, save. Now it is saved. And let me show you this. Debug result. There was an error. Please try again. What is the error? Account level. Let's go to the account level. Let me deactivate it. Let me try to convert it. Is there any error? Click on this new and the account name. Let's use it anything. Click on convert. Perfect. It is converted. Let me try again. Before that, let me add the debug log. System.debug. I'm going to get the list, convert list. Let's go to the lead. X9 Salesforce. I'm converting this to the closed, converted, and click on save. Your revenue is Click on save. Lead convert JSP. And let's check the debug logs. There is some error is happening. Opportunity ID is null. Account ID, related account ID is null. Lead ID is null. What is this error? Now, am I getting all the contact list? Convert list, everything I am getting it. Now here, let's copy this. What is the convert list? I'm getting it. Get account ID should be null. Bypass duplicate check null. This is null. These are the all the different fields. Closed converted. Status is closed converted, and this is the lead ID. Opportunity ID is null. Opportunity name. Get. Let me do one thing here. Opportunity name. I'll change. Bulk lead record. Let's comment out this record. Set opportunity. Maybe the length is too big. Now let me comment out that. Now let's try. Check another lead. Update the status to closed converted. Click on it. Save. What is this error? So I'm passing the all the information. Lead converted. Get lead ID. Opportunity ID is null. Let's go to the class. Let's check the code. So we are passing the record ID, set lead ID, notification email. Now, in this case, false master label, lead ID, set notification to not, and I'm passing to the convert lead, closed converted. What else we are missing? Says that an error occurs. Let's check again what is the error here. Database.error. We're passing the lead ID, send notification to true, send do not create false, and this is converted, should be fine. Let me check this. Am I getting the value here? Or else let me do one thing. Instead of a master label, I'll check the is converted equal to true. So which are the is converted equal to true? Only that value I wanted to get. So is converted true will be available only for one record.
Ma'am, but why are we even querying that else status? Can't we directly use on line number 6 L record dot status equal to close converted?
You can do that. Sometimes what happens is because of some small space, or maybe the value is does not match properly. In that case, what happens is it will give an error.
Okay.
Let's check this. Let's try one more time. Let's change back. Working contacted, click on a save. Debug, logs, clear everything. Clear the log. I'm going to update the lead status to closed converted and click on save. Then convert list. See here system.debug. And let's check here else status. After the record is there, new record, I'm getting it. Right, so, and we'll check the condition here. Let's say system.debug. Record status. Fine. And here we are simply checking the lead record. What are the record status is there? I'll check. Click on save. So in the real time, we does like this.
Ma'am,
Whenever
in the 8th line, ma'am, LR record dot is converted double equal to false, but you are checking the condition is true, right?
yes, that is the if condition. We are checking the if condition. If it is a false, then only go inside. Otherwise, don't go inside.
But we are querying for the true records. I don't think so. That is failing, I think.
Sorry.
Is that condition failing? I mean, is it passing, ma'am, or is it failing? I don't know. I'm just checking with you on the 8th
So
line.
here, whenever the status equal to is converted, and if it is a false, is converted is false, then only it should go inside. Otherwise, should not go inside. Now let's check this. Read this. Now click on lead status. Rows converted and click on it, save. Well, now we are getting the lead status equal to converted. Status is there. Lead status is false and it is going inside it. Convert lead, we are getting it. There is something spelling mistake. I have done it. It's going inside the if condition. It is printing the system.debug L convert status. It is printing it. And it goes inside database.lead convert. I'm doing the L convert equal to new database.lead convert. And L convert dot set lead ID, which I'm passing the record ID. Similarly, set lead notification. Now we are saying the notification here. So that is a simple notification. It is a true and do not create the opportunity is false. Perfect. And it is giving me the within the after per loop, it is giving me the convert list information it is giving. So let's see there is any query gets executed here. What are the kernel limits? The so-called query this one and YAML update is one is happening. YAML row is one. Let's do one thing. Let me create a new record instead of an existing record. Let's create a new. Let's say here bulk lead. And company is ADVC. And let's say here status is open, not contacted, and banking. Click on save. I'm going to update this record, closed, converted, and click on save. Status, we are getting it. Record, we are getting the information. Record status is closed and is converted is false. That is a declaration of L convert. In the L convert, we are passing the information of lead ID, before update, validation rule. The flow is try to update it. The error is field validation rule exception. Phone number is not valid. You cannot look up exceptions. Okay. So the problem is happening on the account level. Now let's go to the validation rule. Now let me deactivate it. First, let's check this, then we will see how to bypass the validation rule. Now click on this edit and deactivate it. Click on the save. Now I'm going to clone this. Let's say 1, 2, 1, 2, and then I'm going to say here working. Click on save. New record is created. And now I'll update this record to the lead status closed converted and click on it save. Once it is converted, now it is going to convert to the contact, account, and opportunity. So account is created, opportunity is created, contact is created. So the problem is this one, the field exception, the field validation error is happening. Now, in case from the custom, if you want to bypass the validation rule, but in case if you want to bypass the validation rule, say here, L convert dot bypass the account duplicate check as well as the insert bypass this is the duplicate check, it is going to bypass it. Account ID, account record, bypass account check, contact ID. So if you want to bypass the validation rule from Apex class, then you do not have any option to bypass the validation rule here. In the convert lead, we do not have a bypass option to check. Now, in that case, what we can do is we can do the alternate solution for that is you need to create a field on the lead object. Create a field on the lead object. And in validation rule, this field by default, it's a by default false. In validation rule, you need to check if field value is false, then only execute the validation rule. To write inside the validation rule. And in the trigger, specify to bypass the validation rule. What you need to do is as soon as the record is created, in trigger, you need to update the field total. Update the field value to true. So what will happen if it is a true, validation rule will not execute it. If the field value is false, then only the validation rule will get executed. So you need to do this. So in here, we have a only option which we have is if you want to add a name, like an opportunity name, or else if you want to bypass the duplicate check. Only for duplicate check we have, and if you want to specify the existing contact ID, you can specify the existing contact ID. Or else if you want to specify the opportunity name, let's say here I wanted to specify the opportunity name, to the bulk lead creation. Now this is what we have commented out. I'm going to uncomment and specify this, click on save. Now let's create another one. Click on new. Let's say lead is Audi. The customer, let's say Audi. And I'm going to specify the industry, banking, click on save. Right now it is open, not contacted, and I'm going to change to closed converted, click on it, save. Once if I click on closed converted, my opportunity name is created with the bulk opportunity Apex. Right? Usually the opportunity name is account name. Whatever the account or a company name is there, that's the same name in the opportunity name. Now here I specifically I want to create it with specific name in the opportunity. So that's the reason we have specified. In case if you want to add the date, you can add the date also. Let's say here you wanted to add a date. If you want to add a date, system dot today's date. So this is the date, and let's say string name equal to bulk plus I'm going to add a concatenation of this hyphen date system dot today dot format. You can add the date and then it is going to take you the information. Bulk is a string. Let's say right system dot today and then format. Now here you can pass the name. Instead of hard coding here, you can pass the name. If I execute it, it will create the bulk and whatever the format of the today's date, you can create a today's date format. Now let's execute, let's see. String one. I'm going to clone this. And let's change this to the working and click on it, save. Let's say 3 and Salesforce sales cancel. It is creating the duplicate. I'm going to create a new lead. In case if you do not want the duplicate check, now you can add it here. One more option is you can check here, set bypass duplicate check. So we have a L convert dot set bypass duplicate check. Do you want to bypass it? So let's say here true. If you bypass it, you can bypass the duplicate check. Now let's say here I'm going to create a new lead. Higher, and let's say Skoda, and industry is banking. Open, not contacted, click on save. And lead status is closed, converted, and click on it, save. Changes here. Let's go check what is the error. So this is exactly we will be doing in the real time. Now we will keep on checking what is the error. Now it says that both bypass, account duplicate check and flags needs to be set or not set. So you need to either use the both of them together or you cannot use one of them. If you want to use the bypass, you need to bypass the both of them. That means you need to use the L convert dot set bypass contact. So if you want to bypass it, you need to bypass the together account and contact, or else do not go for a bypass at all. Edit. Let's update this to working contacted. Click on a save. I'm going to edit this again. Working contacted, close converted, and click on the save button. Now it is converted to the bulk, and this is the 0409. If I click on this, it will take me to the bulk 0409-2023. This is the today's date. Scroll down. So that's the different options which we have in the predefined class, which is called database.leadConvert. Whenever you wanted to go for a bulk, you can use this logic. When we are converting a lead, so you need to use the database.convert lead, and we need to pass the list of database.lead_convert. And here database.lead_convert result. If you want to store the final result, whether it is an error or success, everything, if you want to store it, you can store it into the database.lead_convert result. And in this result, whether it is a successful or a failure, you will have all the information there. Now, trigger best practices. Trigger should support bulk records as well. That means whenever you are implementing a bulk report, always implement the logic within the loop. That means trigger.new or a trigger.old. Always use the list collection. Always you need to check the null pointer in the trigger. And another best practice is whenever we are coding, whenever you are implementing the trigger, make sure that you have a try catch block in the trigger to handle the exception. Now try catch is nothing but whenever it is having a problem. Now let's say here, now this is if condition. Now I'm going to write here. Now whenever I'll say here try, that means execute this logic. If everything is processed perfectly, executed per loop and executed, insert, everything you wanted to do it. Otherwise, you just wanted to do it at the bottom. Now here I'll say here try. Try this logic. If everything is perfectly fine, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to execute it, or else I'll say catch. Catch the exception. And we are going to execute. So I'm going to execute the exception here. And let's say here system.debug and e dot what is the message. Now you are going to capture. So right now we were facing the issue, right? So in that time, whenever you have a, like it was throwing an error. Now in case if you want to catch the exception, whenever there is an error happens, you wanted to catch the exceptions. Now in that case, what you can do is always go with the try catch exception in the trigger. In the exception, what we will do in the real time is whatever the errors are there. Now, if you want to store these errors in the object or developer wants to receive an email whenever there is a trigger is failed, so you can pass this error information to the developers or anybody like you who are focused on this project. They wanted to see all the errors, whatever the errors are happening in the trigger level. Now capture the message, send an email through the email message. How to send an email? We have already seen sending an email notification to the users. That's another best practices, and differentiate the event with a separate block to avoid the usage of trigger.new and trigger.old. So you might be having a logic for the before insert, before update, after insert, after. So make sure that you separate the logic for the each event so that it is easier for the future purpose also. And do not use the DML operation inside the for loop. Add them to the list, update, insert, delete the list outside for the loop. And do not use the SOCL statement inside the loop. And write the proper test classes. Test classes we are yet to see, but test classes has to be written. It has to be more than 75%. Not only the trigger, any logic you are writing it in the Apex, anything you are writing it, it has to go through the test classes. And that test class coverage is more than 75%. These are the couple of best practices. And especially when you are implementing a trigger, you just need to make sure that your logic is not executing it recursively. That means once the logic is executed here, the logic is executed and it is completed here. Again, it goes back. Again, it is executing the same logic. Again, it goes back. Again, it is executing the same logic. So it is recursively executing the same logic. So do not write that kind of a logic. So what will happen is it will go into the loop condition. It will go into the loop. So it will never end. Finally, it will give system CPU timeout or a limit exit. Those kind of issues you will receive it. Tips of the trigger best practices. Done taking the notes. Now take the homework. Created two fields on the lead. This is already done. And that's all for today. We'll connect tomorrow.